Hey guys, Jeff Schneider here. We're back with another triadic lesson. This one's not about triad pairs like the other one that I did, and I'll link that up here. This one is about using a specific triad over the 5 chord on a 2-5-1, or you can use it on most dominant chords actually. So for this example, we're going to use the key of concert E flat major and 2-5-1. So that's an F minor 7 going to a B flat 7 going to an E flat major 7. So the line that we're going to look at, here's what it sounds like. I'll do that with a backing track really quick so you guys can hear what it sounds like with the chords underneath. So here's the backing track. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the triad that we're using, instead of your standard major triad that would go over that 5 chord, which in this case would be a B flat 7, so a B flat major triad, or this, that would be the kind of expected triad to go over the 5 chord in this case. We're actually going to use the major triad that's built on a minor third below the root. So what that really means is if you have a B flat major triad, if you have a B flat 7 chord that is, and you go a minor third down from B flat, you get G. So we're actually going to build a G major triad, which sounds like this. And the reason that works in this case is because the G major triad contains 3 notes, right? It's a triad. The first note is G, which on a B flat 7 is the 13. Really nice extension there. The third of that triad is going to be a B, and a B is actually going to be the flat 9 on this B flat 7 chord. Really nice altered extension. And then finally, the 5th in this triad, which is D, is the 3rd on the B flat 7 chord. So you're making use of the 13, the flat 9, and the 3rd. And you're using those 3 notes in a very structured way, which is that triad. So the line that I played was this. So I'm starting by going up the, I guess you'd call it the Dorian scale, the F Dorian scale. So that's F, G, A flat, B flat, and I'm starting that with a pickup. So I'm starting on the C and picking up into the F. C, F, G, A flat, B flat, and then here's where I start the triad. Now, I should note that I'm not playing this triad in the standard root position of the triad, which would be G, B, D. I'm actually playing it in first inversion. So I'm starting on the 3rd. I'm starting on B natural, which is the note I'm about to hit next. That is your B natural right there. That is the 3rd of this major triad we're outlining. And then from there, I'm going to go up the triad. So it would be B, D, and then G at the top. Okay? And then I'm just going to finish it off by adding this at the end. And all that is F down to B flat. The 9 going down to the 5. That's F, B flat, F, B flat, or 9, 5 within the key of E flat major. I'll do it once more with the recording so you can hear it. I'll let it loop. Here we go. So here's the 2 chord. 1, 2, 3. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Here's a little variation. And one other. All those variations were purely rhythmic. So I'm using the same notes, but I'm messing around with the rhythms a little bit. And I encourage you to try starting this line on different parts of the measure. So maybe start it on beat 1, start it on beat 2, or extend some of the eighth notes into quarter notes. Experiment with it. I'll do one other example here that makes use of this triad built on the minor third below. And it's important to remember the fact that it is a minor third below the root of the 5 chord. Again, B flat 7, we're going down a minor third to G major triad. Because if you're able to remember that it's built on the minor third below, then it's easier to think about, okay, what's the triad that I need to use on, let's say it was in a different key. Let's say we were on an F7 chord. Well, what's a minor third below F? D, so you'd use a D major triad. There are other ways to remember this. You can think of it as what's the 6 or what's the 13, because the 13 and the 6 are the same note. So again, if we're using the example of F7, the 13 of F7 is D, as well as the 6th is D. So there's different ways to think about it. Use whatever comes most naturally to you, and then you'll be able to call up that information quicker when you're playing. Okay, so here's the other way you can make use of this triad. This is actually going to be somewhat like a triad pair. We're going to, well, I'll play the line first, and maybe you can hear what I'm doing. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'll just focus on the triadic part of that line. I did some filler on both the beginning and the end. If you want to, you can try to transcribe that, but I'm going to just focus on this part here. So the beginning of that is outlining the triad built on the 1 of the 5 chord. Again, we're on B flat 7 here, so that's going to be B flat D F. That's the triad built on the root of that chord. And I'm starting it again, actually on the 3rd. And then I'm skipping down to the 5, and then up to the root of the triad. Okay? And then once I play those 4 notes, dee da da da, I'm then going to do the same thing, but go down a minor third. Again, because that's going to get us that G triad. And then I'm resolving down to the 5 of the E flat major 7 chord. Pretty cool, right? There's other variations we can do on this. We'll save it for another video. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, Jeff Schneider here. Today's video is about the scale that I think is most important to know to get that bebop sound. I think it's more important than the bebop scales. And yes, there are scales called bebop scales, but that's another video, and I'll link it up here or down below. Anyway, by the end of this video, I hope that you're able to get that bebop sound that you're after, and you might actually know the scale already, but we're going to use it in a way that you haven't before.